such an asshole.
So I got this request, and it's about, I thought it was just a Jack Black movie about the priest who wrestles as a luchador. I didn't watch the movie, like Jack Black movie, whatever. I don't hate Jack Black. It's just, what? Yeah, no. School of Rock, I guess that was a good one. And he wrestles as a luchador to raise money for kids. And, well, that's a simple, and it's a real story. The guy actually did this down in Mexico, I presume. Guy sends in a request. Fray Tormenta. Can you do a clear test on Fray Tormenta? So I'm reading. I'm like, holy shit. I got to get my luchador mask that Anthem gave me. I've spent the past 15 minutes looking around. So finally, you admit defeat when you ask the woman, where's my ex? Because 9 out of 8 times, the woman moves it. Which I don't deal with in my life. Like, if I'm missing it, I know because I tell her not to touch my stuff. And she's like, I think it's in Vegas. And I'm like, oh, shit, that's right. Because I remember I went down there with the 2 goofballs, Atham and Chad, and I think we all had our luchador masks, and we did a video. So I'm like, I think it's in Vegas. I was like, damn it. Of all the times, of all the requests, she walks into my bar. So I don't have my mask. So let's go to the request. We'll do kind of a low quality dedication of this guy. Morning. Can I get a video Clarey test on Father Fray Tormenta? And so I looked him up here. Wikipedia, which is not true. They are not historically accurate. They're a good resource, but you got to know they're not 100% historically accurate. They're leftist biased pieces of shit. And oh, Wikipedia can't be sold. Can you please donate money? Sure, the second you stop it with your leftist bias. The second you stop it, I'll donate money. In the meantime, you hate me, fuck you. And let's continue on. Sergio Gutierrez Benitez, born May 9th, 1945, is a Mexican Catholic priest who founded and supported an orphanage for 23 years as a lucha libre wrestler. While performing, he wore a red and yellow mask and used the ring name Fray Tormenta, Friar Storm. He made only a sporadic in-ring appearances in the 2000 before retiring completely from wrestling in July of 2011. But he still wears his mask even in his duties as a priest. How fun is that, huh? Sergio Benitez was born Jose Gutierrez Garcia. Born to Jose Gutierrez Garcia and Amelia Benitez, May 9th, 1945, in San Agustin. Oh, geez. Mezquitlan, Hidalgo is the 16th of 17 children. Holy fuck. I mean, look, I'm no economist, but rule number 1, don't have more kids than you can afford, all right? Could you tell they were Catholic? He had long inspired to become a masked luchador after watching 2 1963 Mexican films, El Señor Tormenta, Mr. Storm, and Tormenta en el Ring, Storm in the Ring, both of which featured the story of a poor Mexican priest who supported the children of his orphanage by fighting as a lucha libre wrestler at night. At age 22, Gutierrez, at the time a drug addict and alcoholic, became interested in the priesthood and was inducted into the Piarists order. His theological training took him to Rome and then Spain. And for a while, he taught philosophy and history at the Roman Catholic universities in Mexico. Later became a secular priest in the Diocese of Texcoco, where he founded an orphanage named La Casa Hogar de los Oh, man, you guys in the Germans with your long fucking titles and names. Holy cow, I asked Atham what his full name was. Jesus Christ. 8 hours later, I regretted asking him. Founded an orphanage named La Casa Hogar de los Cachorros de Fray Tormenta, which would serve as the home of 270 children. In need of money to take care of the children, the father became the masked wrestler known as Fray Tormenta. All right, well, geez. In 1991, filmmakers made a movie loosely based on it. 2006, Yeah, Nacho Libre starring Jack Black. Why? We couldn't do Mexicans? Really? Uh Benitez appears in the movie where portrays a retired wrestler. Oh, so he got a cameo appearance. All right. Priesthood that enters a star supporting comic book. Real life, although Fray Tormenta is now retired from professional wrestling, he still works at the orphanage as a priest and has inspired one of his children to take up his mantle so the legend of Fray Tormenta can live on. The masked wrestler, whose real name is unknown, calls himself Fray Tormenta Jr. Oh, okay, so we know the father, we know his name, but we don't know. Look at see? Why can't we have that? Uh kind of made some appearances, popular culture. All right, so he's still all right, so what we got? 16 of 17 children. So he's not wealthy. Didn't come from wealth. I see no mention of a formal education, though. I don't know about the priesthood. I presume you go to seminary, right? Or something. Then he taught philosophy and all that. I'm kind of torn on that one. Because the priesthood or the cloth, that's kind of you're not really going to a real college. You're already dedicating yourself to God. And when you go into the church or any kind of religion, you're not, oh, we need some engineers here at the mosque. You know what I'm saying? We need some accountants in the synagogue. So I can't, you're supposed to study religion and philosophy and languages. So I can't hold his degree if he has any formal education, which I don't think he does. I think he just taught. So he doesn't have, let's just say he doesn't have a worthless degree. Didn't come from wealth. Uh, has no worthless degree. Running an orphanage, that sounds like real work for me. 270 children. Then he has to go into the ring, which, yeah, sure, that sounds fun, but you get thrown around in the acrobatics and all that. What's he doing now? He's still working at the orphanage. Yeah, the guy gets a perfect score of 0, which is good. That's the perfect score. Would I like to have a drink with the man? Hell yeah. Should he run for office? Yes, he should. I'm a little worried that these religious type, oh, the Lord will provide it. Oh, let's just be socialism and help out. We need more. I mean, they're very charity, religious. God will handle all. Not more practical. Does this work? Let's feed the poor. I'm like, I got a better idea. Let the poor come this far within starvation of dying and then offer them a job and see if they take it. You don't have to pay them money. We could save taxes. Like, would you like to work for food and clothing? Would you like that? Criticisms of the efficacy of religious charity aside, uh, yeah, he would my concern to be his efficacy, which would be my concern of all religious people. Like, well, says here in the book, says here in my left foot, according to the laws of economics, that guy ain't gonna work. Stop giving him free shit. But yeah, he could run for office. Again, I don't know if I'd vote for him, but hell yeah, I'd like to have a beer with him. And yes, he could become a politician. He'd be better morally anyway than the vast majority of them out there. But yeah, that's kind of cool. And I wish I had my luchador mask. That would have been really neat. Any super chats? No super chats. There you go. All right, I'll see you guys later. Toodles.